come to collect you for your surgery, is that okay?
Right.
In the UK, some 3 million major operations are carried out every year.
Nice big deep breath. We'll look after you, don't worry.
Only the country's top surgeons are skilled enough to take on the most critical cases.
Cameron, you all right?
Just take a couple of deep breaths.
If you're going to make a hole in someone, you better be sure what you're going to do.
Should we go for it? Right.
They're using pioneering techniques to treat conditions that used to kill.
A few years ago, these operations were felt to be too big or too dangerous.
But pushing the boundaries of modern medicine comes with great risk.
Just keep quiet for a second, please. If I move the blade too much, she's going to wake up unable to breathe.
Life is precious. It can vanish in a heartbeat.
Whoa!
You need to keep your head. Hold this. The heart is empty. We haven't got any volume at the top. If you panic, the patient can bleed to death.
The surgeons bear the ultimate responsibility.
I need it ASAP. I can't wait for this.
I'm not infallible.
Failure is absolutely possible.
We are a team, but there's one person's name at the top of the bed.
Bloody hell.
This is what really happens behind the closed doors of their operating theatres.
This is a battle, us versus the Grim Reaper. And we're not going to lose.
The Queen Elizabeth Birmingham, one of the UK's busiest hospitals.
Ready, steady slide. Better.
Many of its 140 surgeons are leaders in their field, passing their skills on to the next generation of doctors.
Okay, so come and pop some gloves on. Right, so feel how this is very firm. We're going to press that now.
And pioneering and perfecting some of the rarest and most challenging operations available on the NHS. Ewan Griffiths specialises in complex surgery on the upper part of the digestive system.
So in operations that are complex, you need a specialist rather than a generalist who's a jack of all trades. It's not just what I want or the patient wants, it's what they need, really.
Today, Ewan is performing one of the most difficult procedures in his field, an esophagectomy, where the esophagus, the 25-centimetre tube that carries food and liquid into the digestive system, is removed and replaced with the stomach.
Reconstructing the esophagus is pretty challenging, actually. It's difficult surgery, and it's surgery that can go wrong.
The left, press the left.
Ewan's patient is 44-year-old mother of 3, Anne-Marie. When Anne-Marie was just 18 months old, a sibling accidentally gave her a bottle containing bleach, which she drank. Her esophagus was so badly scarred, it was severely narrowed. Ever since, she's had great difficulty swallowing when she eats.
Living with this condition is not like living the normal life. You've always got to watch what you're eating. And like sometimes I can eat and I get stuck. So like if I go out with my family, I'll just go out and I'll have like Poppy have a drink. I won't eat no food.
Anne-Marie has had to come to hospital up to 7 times a year to have her esophagus stretched so she can swallow. Each time, a balloon has to be inserted in her esophagus and then inflated.
She'd have a short anaesthetic. She often needed the balloon to be blown up twice to allow the esophagus to stretch and allow the passage of food to go through. I think in Anne-Marie's mind, she's completely fed up of needing to come into hospital every 6 to 8 weeks with the risk of a general anaesthetic. So I think she's quite rightly decided that enough's enough.
You have any allergies? No.
Sister Marie, she's very quiet, you know what I mean? And I think she holds a lot in. All my family now is basically, they've all gone to get prayers and all that said for her. So we believe in the help of God, she will come out of it anyway and she'll be okay.
In the case of esophagectomy, we can cause all sorts of complications. And although the operation is as safe as it's ever been, some patients don't make it out of hospital after this sort of major surgery.
Anne-Marie wants to have this risky operation so she can eat more normally and not have to visit hospital so frequently.
I'll be able to do things I've never done before. Like go out and have a meal with other people. I've never done that.
In her operation, Anne-Marie's esophagus will be separated from the tissue and blood vessels that surround it in her chest and neck. Once free, it will be cut at the top and bottom and removed. Then her stomach, which will still be able to digest food, will be pulled up through her chest and attached at the top, creating a new esophagus.
I think it'll always be a slightly nervous operation for me. I want to make sure that it's done to the best of my ability. Morning. Hi there. How are you doing today? I think I can deal with most situations that come up, but it's dangerous territory. So I don't quite know how long the operation's going to last. I mean, it could be as early as sort of 6 or 7 hours, or it could take 8 or even 10 hours if we're unlucky. Okay. Are you happy that I phone your sister later?
Yeah.
When we're finished?
Fine, yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Hello. Think you're all nearly ready to go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You can only really go as far as reception.
Yeah. I will love her as a sister, but then also I love her as a best friend.
My biggest worry about the operation that I might never wake up again.
Marie! Maria! Hang on, Mary, please.
Right, can I see you, sir?
Right. We're just praying with the help of God she'll be all right when she comes out in a few months. I know it'll take her a few months, but at least she'll be over all this. I think she'll be a completely different girl, I think.
Anaesthetist Jeremy Marwick is preparing for Anne-Marie's operation in Theatre 11.
Good. Right. Let's do it. It's always a worry for us doing things like this because we stand a chance of making her life worse if it doesn't go to plan. Hi, Marie. Okay?
Yeah,
It's a major operation, but we do it because we think the benefits outweigh the risks. So let's start off with a little bit of oxygen. And all you need to do is just focus on taking slow breaths in and out. And think of somewhere you'd rather be. Shouldn't be too difficult. Ready, steady, slide.
Okay, you happy to start?
So.
In this first part of the operation, Ewan needs to access Anne-Marie's esophagus to free it from the surrounding tissue, vessels, and organs in her chest.
Feel for the top of the rib. The esophagus is difficult to operate on because it's largely inaccessible. Let's get my finger in the chest. So is the lung off now, Jeremy?
It's off, yeah.
Have a port, please. It's deep in the chest. It's near the aorta, which is the main blood supply from the heart going down into the abdomen. It's near the airways. There's a few things that we could injure that could actually kill the patient on the table.
Top lights down, please.
To reduce the risks, Ewan is using keyhole surgery for this part of the operation. It's far less invasive than making a massive incision down Anne-Marie's torso.
Yeah, gas on.
3 holes are made in Anne-Marie's chest, 1 for a camera.
Okay, so that's the lung.
And 2 others for the surgical instruments.
Just try to go over the bone. I learned keyhole techniques to do esophagectomy at the Queen Elizabeth. We have to use our touch and feel in a different way because we're feeling the instruments. And really it's much more challenging than open surgery when you can actually get your hands in a body cavity and feel your way around. I'll swap to the scissors again. If you don't have the training, it can be much more dangerous. And that's why we need to do it on a regular basis to make sure we know what we're doing and we can avoid some of the pitfalls that you can get if you just have a go.
To give Ewan a better view of Anne-Marie's esophagus, anaesthetist Jeremy has deflated her right lung.
Not even seen the esophagus yet. It's way more stuck than I was expecting. Normally, the lung would just collapse and give us a lot of space in the chest to work. But in Anne-Marie's case, we were confronted with these adhesions and scarring.
It appears past lung infections have left scar tissue behind.
So when scar tissue forms, it welds 2 structures together. So the lung was stuck to the chest wall. So we have to cut the adhesion and not cut the lung.
It takes Ewan 30 minutes just to cut the lung free and get the esophagus in his sights.
Oh, it's hard work.
Finally, Ewan loops a length of cord around the esophagus so he can lift it and work to free it from the surrounding tissue and blood vessels.
It's quite thick, isn't it? It's more diseased on the outside than I was expecting, to be honest. How's she doing, Jeremy?
Yeah, she's fine actually, yeah.
She actually had a very hostile chest. The esophagus was extremely stuck in places. And it was challenging to get it out, and starting with that and realising we had many more hours to operate was difficult. I think we can do the rest in the neck, actually. That's the apex of the chest. I don't think I want to go much higher than that, to be honest. Okay, it's completely free, isn't it?
After 2 hours, Anne-Marie's esophagus is separated from the tissue and vessels in her chest. It will now be easier to remove when Ewan has to detach it completely.
I'll do me.
We have the top lights on.
Top lights on, please.
Jeremy, are you happy to get the lung up?
Yes.
Slightly more tricky than I was expecting, to be honest.
But as Jeremy tries to re-inflate Anne-Marie's lung with air, there's a problem.
Big leak, mate. I'm struggling to ventilate, to be honest. I don't think it's a tube issue, I think it's a lung issue. Yeah, it's all coming out there that I'm putting in, that's the problem.
A tube to drain excess fluid and air from Anne-Marie's lungs is bubbling continuously. This shows that her right lung is leaking air because it's been slightly damaged, likely while separating it from the scar tissue.
My mind's starting to work further ahead, thinking, okay, what are we going to do if it doesn't settle? What are we going to do if it's leaking too much, if the leak's getting worse? What are we going to do?
If Jeremy has trouble controlling Anne-Marie's breathing, it could put her operation in jeopardy.
You happy, or?
Well, I don't know what we can do about it. I'm not massively happy, but I don't know what we can do about it.
Jeremy generally is very calm and in the theatre, and he copes with problems in his stride. But if he's worried, I'm worried.
Surgeon Simon Radley regularly takes on the most complicated operations in his field.
I think surgery progresses because surgeons are always asking themselves, is there a better way of doing this? And is there a way of doing this to make the operation quicker, safer, and reduce any risks there are from the procedure?
Okay.
In his 2 decades as a consultant, Simon has carried out over 2,000 operations. His procedure today is on a patient who has bowel cancer that, if left untreated, will be fatal. She has a tumour in her colon, which has spread into nearby organs and caused a serious infection.
This is the colon tumour, around about here, a bit of the lobe of the liver there involved by it. And we're just scrolling down, so it's quite a big mass. But I suspect there's a lot of inflammation around this as well now.
You know, we can't really say where inflammation starts and tumour begins, or vice versa.
Simon's patient is 64-year-old Hazel, who has been at the Queen Elizabeth for the past 6 weeks.
Are you alright just to lift your feet up and we'll just knock that step back, okay?
She had to be admitted when her colon tumour perforated her abdominal wall, causing a serious abscess.
Lovely. Ready? I've got your back, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Now the infection is under control, Hazel needs surgery to try and remove the tumour.
I've never really smoked. Well, I've never smoked in my life. I drink occasionally, I used to ride my bikes, I used to be a dinner lady at the high school.
Scans show the tumour, which started in Hazel's colon, has spread to the liver and abdominal wall. But because of inflammation, the surgeons can't tell if it's also spread to her duodenum, the first part of the small intestine. If it has, the tumour will be very difficult to remove entirely. The duodenum can't be cut away easily, as it forms an important part of the digestive system and is surrounded by vital blood vessels and organs. Without knowing the extent of Hazel's tumour, it's impossible to predict whether surgery will merely give her a few more months to live or save her life.
You're very fine, aren't you?
Hazel has been married to her husband Alan for 45 years. They have 2 children, 2 grandchildren, and have lived in Staffordshire their whole lives.
It's been hard for him, because he's the type of chap that he likes to be in control of things, and it's just been took away from him.
I wish I could mend her, really, put her right. It's just cruel. It's just cruel to watch her. All the fears are is that I'll get her off the table. It's like having my arms off if I lost her. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do with it, to be honest.
Nice to see you. How are you getting on?
I feel all right today.
Good.
So, yeah, feel a lot better than I have done the last few days.
I know we've talked about these things, the operation things, over the last few days and what we've got planned. Have to be realistic that we may not be able to get it all away. And the last thing, of course, is it is a big operation, and operations come with risks. And one of those risks is not going home from hospital. And I have to warn all my patients about that.
Yeah. Just got out for the best, right?
We'll look after you.
I'll try that one.
Our only hope now is this surgery, which, at the end of the day, you've just got to put your faith in them blokes, are you?
Morning, everybody. Yeah. Patient Hazel Franks. She's got a locally advanced tumour involving the right lobe of her liver, her abdominal wall, with an abscess. Operating time 4 or 5 hours, but as long as it takes, really. Thank you. We go and get her?
Right.
I love the glasses. You can't just give up, can you? You've got to give it your best fight, really, and that's what I'm trying to do.
What you do is just keep concentrating on your breathing. Okay? Nice deep breath in for me.
The length of Hazel's operation in Theatre 12 will depend on how widespread her cancer is. Joining Simon is surgical trainee, Deborah Wright, who has been studying her specialty for 10 years.
So, Mr. Radley, can you just run me through your strategy, which I know is slightly...
It's kind of make
we'll
it
see. No,
make it up as you go along. I guess the determining factor will be, you know, really whether it's stuck to the duodenum or not. Yeah. Probably move the liver down first and go through the tip of the liver before and do the abdominal wall almost last, really. Sure. That would be plan A.
Yeah.
The training of surgeons has changed massively since I qualified as a junior doctor.
Go right to the top of that.
I was operating independently at a very early stage in my career, and hopefully I was reasonably competent, but I apologise to any of those people who I operated on, where the outcomes may not be as good as they should have been. Nowadays, we train our junior surgeons in a very structured way.
Can table go up to human heights, please?
Can I have a step, please?
Okay.
A teacher at this level is different to a teacher that you might think of more traditionally in a school or university setting. A teacher now isn't someone who tells you facts. They lead by example in showing you how they approach things, the thought processes behind their decisions, sharing those decisions and that decision-making with you.
Are we okay to start, guys? All right, all good?
First, Simon and his team need to access Hazel's abdomen.
Okay, let's come down, keep coming down a bit. There we are on the midline, aren't we? That's not bad.
We are.
The setting up of the operation to start with is key. And that's one of the things that I teach my junior staff. So actually, it's pretty good so far. It's all about the preparation before you even touch the tumour. Oh, there we go. Happy days.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we're in.
We are in.
We're in our abdomen. That's
excellent.
Always a good start. So we can do the operation not through a deep, dark hole, but through a nice, large incision, and we can see everything. So it's just work out what we've got. So I think that's ovary.
Is it cecum there? Or?
Yeah, cecum terminal ileum.
Yeah.
Once in Hazel's abdomen, they need to identify the various structures and get a better idea of where the tumour has grown.
So
tumour's coming up to here, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we're in, there's transverse colon.
Yep.
There's tumour mass is down there. Okay, so that's where it's stuck to the abdominal wall. Good.
Clearly Simon is a technically very proficient surgeon, but actually what I'm learning from him is at least as much about how he communicates and how he makes decisions as about how to tie a knot and so on.
So actually, duodenum somewhere in there. Okay, good. So we're on plan A still.
In order to remove the tumour, first they need to isolate it.
Just give it. So that's back of stomach. It can be. That's a good start, isn't it?
It is.
By cutting all the way around where it's grown in Hazel's abdomen.
So tempting just to get your fingers in at this stage and just start fiddling, and actually you just stick to
the dissections easy, and then we'll go for the cancer once we've got above and below it.
Let's have a look. Look. The duodenum.
Yeah.
At the moment, they can't see all the way around the duodenum, so they don't know if the cancer has advanced into it.
Okay, just
Just want a bit of exposure in that corner now.
If it has, Simon knows he won't be able to remove it completely.
What I can't do in this operation is take the whole of the duodenum, because Hazel's not really well enough to withstand that sort of procedure. She may well not survive it.
Hopefully, no news is good news. I just don't know where to go, what to do for the best now. Just hanging about. That's all I can do, mate. Just wait and hope.
By the end of the morning, Ewan and the team in Theatre 11 are entering the second stage of Anne-Marie's esophagectomy.
Just need to keep that blowing.
Anne-Marie's lung is still leaking air after being damaged during the first stage of her operation.
Everybody hands on then. Ready, steady, go.
For the next part of the procedure, Anne-Marie needs to be on her back.
So we just need something underneath the shoulder blades and a head support.
In this new position, her lung settles against her chest wall, effectively blocking the leak, which indicates the damage is minor and will heal quickly.
And I'm happy the leak is almost entirely gone. Well, it's just kicked off again, but it's nothing like as bad as it was.
A nice relief for us all that worry could be put to bed for the moment and we could carry on and do the rest of the operation.
Okay. Am I okay to
Yes.
start? Okay, do you have a knife, please? There's operations that are very easy, and this is on a completely different spectrum. This is a very challenging operation. You know, I can't think of any other operation where we're operating in the chest, abdomen, and neck in 3 stages. There just isn't any other operation that does that, and that's one of the things I enjoy about it, the challenge of doing it and achieving that.
Ewan now has to access Anne-Marie's stomach to start the painstaking process of preparing it to replace her esophagus.
It has to be fairly delicate what we're doing, and we want to make sure the stomach's in good condition. If it's going to be bruised and injured, it's not going to do its job of replacing the esophagus. It's not going to heal very well. Stomach looks all right, doesn't it? It's cool on there, actually. Do you have a pair of forceps for me, please? If you could just hold colon. We have to free it from the colon. So at the minute we're just dividing little bits that will stop it from going as high as it could normally. We have to divide vessels securely so they don't bleed, and we have to make sure the vessels that remain and that the arteries and the veins work to make sure it still stays alive, because if we injure them and the stomach dies, we wouldn't be able to use it. I'm going to push down there, Anthony. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping it will stretch all the way up. So here's hoping.
If the stomach won't reach the top of her neck, their last resort will be to use a section of Anne-Marie's colon to replace the esophagus.
It's not a great backup plan because it's an even more challenging reconstruction, and it's something we were reluctant to do in Anne-Marie's case. This operation was already tricky enough.
To see if the stomach is a suitable replacement for the esophagus and will reach to the top of the neck, Ewan first has to take out Anne-Marie's damaged esophagus.
We're going to start on the neck now, Jeremy.
Okay, mate.
Okay, do you have a knife? In my training, I think I'd done about 60 esophagectomies. And I've got a very particular way of doing the operation, which is slightly different to the way I was trained, because I've picked the best ways of doing different parts of the operation and sort of amalgamated it into the way I do it now.
To free Anne-Marie's esophagus from its surroundings in her neck, Ewan has to use his finger and a technique called blunt dissection.
So we use the finger because we can feel when something feels like it's going to strip off easily, and if there's resistance, we don't push through like we would with a knife or something sharp.
Got the NG tube, got bone.
The last thing I want to do is injure something important in the neck.
I'm just trying to feel the esophagus and feel the bone. I'm just trying to bluntly free it up from its structures.
I've done enough of these operations now to know what a normal structure feels like and what it doesn't feel like, and it's just experience knowing what is safe and what's not safe.
And eventually I'm going to try and hook my finger around it and pull it out through the wound. We're not quite there yet.
But the scar tissue that formed after Anne-Marie's childhood injury means the esophagus is tricky to free.
Longer finger. That's the esophagus there. Yeah.
After 30 minutes, Ewan finally frees the esophagus.
Bloody hell. That wasn't easy either, was it? No? Yeah, I think there's lots of inflammation, wasn't there? Yeah.
He's now ready to remove it. First, he cuts it at the top, leaving a small amount where the stomach can be attached.
Right, hopefully that will bring it down. Thank God for that. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's the esophagus. After all that, so I'm just going to take the cardia, which gives as much length as possible.
Finally, he cuts it where it joins the stomach.
Okay, that's the esophagus.
Anne-Marie's damaged esophagus is now out.
Realisation comes that we've done it. We cut the esophagus, but it's then the worrying part is the reconstruction.
I mean, I'm hoping it will reach.
We'd gone way, way beyond the point of no return.
Simon is still trying to work out how advanced Hazel's cancer is in Theatre 12.
So we've got here, this tumour mass there.
He's cutting around Hazel's duodenum, the first part of her small intestine. He needs to determine if Hazel's colon tumour has advanced into it.
And that's where it's going out towards the liver, the lower lobe of the liver, or the right lobe of the liver. And that's all the right way around now.
It is.
Hazel is too frail for the radical surgery it would take to remove tissue from the duodenum. So if there is tumour there, it will need to be left behind.
That's better. Okay, so I'd be better probably at this stage transecting this small bowel, wouldn't I?
Yeah, because we can take that later.
From the top parts, we started working our way up from the lower part of the bowel, again towards the duodenum.
After cutting around most of the duodenum, Simon hasn't yet found any cancer advancing into it.
Yeah, let's do that.
We identified the bottom of the duodenum and the top of the duodenum, but we still weren't sure where we were in the middle.
That's there. And where's duodenum? That's there. Okay, yeah, I think we're good.
That's when Bobby joined us for the operation.
Can I help you?
Specialist liver surgeon Bobby Dasry is going to help cut around the last tricky part of the duodenum.
I'll take you through it.
And Bobby spends all his time working around the duodenum, so it's great in that situation. We can then work together to tease out the duodenum.
So your duodenum's now there.
Yeah. But I think we'll have to start mobilizing it to get access to the duodenum off.
So just take the stomach down up here first, do you think? Yeah. Okay.
Bobby needs to cut carefully around the duodenum, millimetre by millimetre, avoiding important blood vessels.
So this is the bit, isn't it? This is the bit that's going to tell us whether we can do it or not. Yeah.
scissors to me, please.
If they can cut all the way around without encountering tumour, they'll know that the cancer has not invaded it.
Can I have a small saw, please? Something like, yeah, that one. If you put your finger here, that's my finger on the top.
Oh,
Meet in the middle.
Absolute heaven. All right, hey, great, okay.
They've been able to reach all around the duodenum with their fingers from either side, which tells them the tumour hasn't spread that far. There's now a real chance they'll be able to save Hazel's life.
I've never felt like that about you before. The duodenum is the big thing for me, and knowing it's actually clear, great feeling. Right, should we do this? Because we can do this now. We're committed.
You know, this really was happy days. We realised at that point we'd be able to remove the tumour with the liver and the abdominal wall.
The tumour is probably infiltrating the liver somewhere over here. And we want to preserve as much liver as we can.
Yeah.
Bobby begins to remove the section of Hazel's liver where the tumour has spread.
Hazel can live very well without this piece of liver.
Absolutely, absolutely.
She won't even notice that it's gone.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of Roberts, please. So it's a bigger chunk of liver than I expected, actually.
Yeah. It's going more down
Always looks
posterior. So that's the liver there. That's the tumour there. And that's all the important plumbing at the back.
Yeah.
Learning to be a surgeon is an apprenticeship. Over the course of your training, it's really important that we are actually doing more and more.
It's nearly out.
It is. But it's also the observing and, even more usefully, someone talking to you and explaining to you as they're doing it.
That's incredible. OK, I think I'm going to come around there next. The joy of working in a teaching hospital like this with other consultants and junior staff.
So now it's just in the cavity.
Shall I just come around and have a feel on that side and just see where we are? You're talking, you're learning things from people the whole time. It is truly lifelong learning, in my view. So we're actually, the only thing that's fixing it now is the abdominal wall.
To give Hazel the best chance of survival, they cut a wide margin of tissue where the tumour's attached to the abdominal wall, in case it contains cancer cells.
If you've got a cancer, you want it out as a patient, and sometimes surgery isn't always the best answer to that. Surgery is only one of the regiments in that battle.
It is possible to treat some cancer patients before they end up on operating tables like Simon's. The QE now treats some hard-to-reach tumours with one of the most sophisticated technologies available, the CyberKnife. The QE's is only one of 6 in the country. Despite the name, there's actually no cutting involved. The CyberKnife system delivers a highly targeted form of radiotherapy and uses 3D scans and robotics for what can be potentially life-saving treatment.
We largely treat people with lung cancer, breast cancer, melanoma, brain tumours that have spread from primary cancers elsewhere outside of the brain. The benefit of using this technique is because it allows our machines to target the lesions that we want to.
To keep the patient in position for the targeted treatment, a specially fitted mesh mask is put in place. A scan of the area to be treated is downloaded into the CyberKnife system, which maps out where the hundreds of beams of radiation need to be delivered.
So we're targeting the lesion here with 197 beams. So we've got a nice MRI showing us exactly where it is.
An X-ray producing accelerator gun mounted on a robot arm delivers high-dose beams of radiation. As it moves around, it can attack the tumour from different angles, delivering the radiation with the precision of 1/10 of a millimetre. The accuracy allows larger doses to be given in each session, so the number of treatments needed is much lower than with conventional radiotherapy, up to 10 times fewer. Because the tumour is exposed to high doses of radiation and not the healthy tissue, patients usually suffer from few side effects.
So bring the bed down.
Over my career, I've seen huge changes in the way cancer's treated. Overall, we're looking more and more to non-surgical treatments. And that's ultimately got to be a better way, so people like me have to hang up their scalpels in the future.
By mid-afternoon, and after 6 hours, Ewan is starting the third and final part of Anne-Marie's operation in Theatre 11.
Okay, do you have the retractors? I'm not massively ecstatic, but I think it's going the best it can go. And I'm hoping the stomach will reach.
To create a new esophagus for Anne-Marie, Ewan has to push the stomach up through her chest and attach it at the top to the remains of her esophagus.
I'm just going to try and free it up a bit more.
It's ironic, the most difficult part comes right at the end when we're tired, when we've been operating all day.
Let's get the light a bit better. Do you have a laparoscopic camera bag?
The stomach is placed in a plastic bag.
Okay, do you have a tool Vycroft?
And a cord is attached to it.
Right, do you have some heavy ties? Just wait.
So it's easier to pull up through Anne-Marie's chest.
I just want to pull it up once rather than pulling it up, pulling it back down, you know, and then it all gets bruised and horrible.
There's certain nervous parts of the operation. One particular part is to pull the stomach up and see if it will reach the remnant of the esophagus. And that is very stressful. And I think the day I become not nervous of that is probably the day I should stop doing them.
You have the lube. So don't tug it, just sort of guide it. So every time I push up, you just pull a little bit.
As Ewan pushes the stomach up through the chest, an assistant gently pulls the cord attached to it to feed it through the hole in Anne-Marie's neck.
We've got to make sure that when we pull it up to the neck that we don't develop any twists or kinks, and that the blood supply to the stomach remains in good condition.
Can I have a Babcock, please?
Because if it does get compromised, the whole stomach could go down days later after the operation.
So this is the stomach coming up now.
The stomach has reached.
Any more to go? I don't think so. Check. It's full.
But only just. And there's very little of the esophagus left to attach it to.
In other patients, we might have another 5 or 6 centimetres of the esophagus to play with. So if we make a mistake in the first attempt, we can nibble a little bit off and make another one.
So that's, you know, she's got 2 centimetres, 3 centimetres of esophagus left.
But in Anne-Marie's case, this was difficult. So we had one shot at doing the join, one shot only.
This is the trickiest part of the operation. So Ewan's asked senior upper gastrointestinal surgeon John Whiting to assist him. John was Ewan's mentor when Ewan first came to the QE.
Hi guys. When I first started in Birmingham, I worked with John. He trained me in most of the more advanced operations.
How's it all going? How's it gone so far?
It's not been the most easiest operation, to be honest.
No, I don't think it ever was going to be, was it?
I was very relieved to see him. It was the fact that he gave me an extra edge for me to do the best job possible.
I don't know, maybe I was a bit more optimistic than normal.
Ewan asked me to come along, not because I was going to be better at it than him, but basically if you're going to do something really complex, you want a very experienced pair of hands assisting you.
So now we need to do the most difficult bit of the operation, which is the join.
The join is the thing that we worry about, and the reason that we worry about it is that if that join leaks after the operation, then the patient can become very unwell.
Probably a risk of going through the stitches, isn't it?
Yeah. So getting that join right is absolutely critical, and that's one reason why it really is a very stressful operation for Ewan.
So I think we need to hand sew this. It's not going to staple, is it?
No.
So I was probably going to stitch the staple into the stomach.
Normally, they would use staples to make the join, but because there is so little tissue to work with, they can't take shortcuts.
You happy, John?
Yeah, that's good.
When you've got a limited amount of space, then you're really forced to hand sew the join. Each stitch will be individually placed. What you do is put the deeper stitches in first.
Cut again, please.
And you'll put it through the stomach, you'll put it through the esophagus so that they're sitting nicely, but you won't tie them. Because if you tie them and bring the tissue together, then it means the view for putting the other sutures in isn't as good. So you leave them loose.
Yep.
I'm going to clip this one.
Hang on.
The thing that we have to do is to make sure that we don't tangle all those sutures up.
So this has come undone, that's why. That one, hang on.
The blank one?
Yep, that's fine, yep. So hold that like that. So this is your last suture.
We place the knots by pushing the knot down to the tissues, so we've got that tactile feedback to make sure they're not too tight, not too loose, and just right, just opposing the tissues so it'll heal.
There was a point when I thought it wouldn't come up.
You're trying to do as good a job as you can all the time. You know, good enough is actually not good enough. It's got to be as good as you can possibly do.
That's the last stitch in the join done.
Pretty good to get that last stitch done. We were happy with how the spacing of all the stitches looked and how it had come together. And it looked pretty good. It looked the best we could do.
Right. Looks good.
Shall I love you and leave you then?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
Okay, cheerio, folks.
Is the feeding tube going in the small bowel? She won't be able to eat and drink immediately. And if she has any problems with the joint, it'll allow her to have nutrition.
Clip, please.
When Anne-Marie does start eating again, she'll have to adjust to her new anatomy.
The stomach will still be involved in digestion in Anne-Marie's case, but she'll have to adapt to living with the stomach and the chest. She'll have to have smaller meals. She'll have to take her time on swallowing, and she'll have to take medication to stop the stomach producing acid, because otherwise she'll get lots of heartburn and acid reflux.
It's a long day.
The operation has lasted nearly 8 hours and appears to have gone well. However, more than 30% of patients will develop major complications, including the joint failing to heal properly.
Ironically, the worrying for me actually comes later.
Nicely done.
Hope she does all right.
Me too.
I don't usually worry so much during the operation. It's the hours after, it's the days after, it's the nights after. But I really start to get concerned and worry.
Okay, Anne-Marie. You're right. So we're just going to take you around to recovery. Okay, operation's all done.
It will be about 2 months before Ewan knows how successful the operation has been. Simon and his team are nearing the end of Hazel's bowel cancer operation in Theatre 12. They have almost cut around the full extent of the tumour.
The main concern is she's not going to have much abdominal wall muscle after I've done this.
If they can remove the whole tumour, there's a chance they can cure Hazel.
In fact, Bobby, we're right. We're on the abdominal wall, aren't we? We knew that the tumour had perforated into the abdominal wall. So that's there, that's there, that's there. Let's go a bit wider, shall we? And as a result of that, I would be worried about leaving cancer tissue behind if I didn't take enough abdominal wall tissue with it. It's not just getting the whole of the tumour out, it's trying to get it out in one piece. Yeah, just that edge there next.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry. Naveed, I think this is nearly out.
Nice work. Good
Scissors,
work.
please. Wow, fantastic.
Yep.
I think I've got that all the way around.
Yep.
The tumour is out, along with a wide margin of tissue from all around it, where cancer cells could be hiding.
Terminalium, colon.
Cancer.
Cancer. You couldn't have done that without taking the liver, you know?
No.
No, it's right through it. Oh, that's a result, isn't it? That is really a result. I mean, I think that's better than I could have hoped for at the start of this operation, to be honest with you. And we see we've taken a huge amount of abdominal wall with it. So we want a piece of mesh.
Simon sews in the mesh to strengthen and stabilise Hazel's abdominal wall.
Right. Hey, let's have a closure stitch, please. At the start of the operation, we were thinking we can't do something perfect. We're going for an improvement in her quality of life. Little wood, clipper, please. At the end of the operation, we're thinking, quietly thinking, we could potentially have cured her of this disease. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody. Which would be fantastic.
Hazel? Hazel?
Hello? Yeah? It's what? Get in. Get in, yes? They're over the moon with her. Over the moon with her. We're supposed to be in there 8 hours. They said he's come out like shelling a pea. They think they've got the whole lot. Critical care area A, that's where we're going to go.
I've never seen you walk so far.
Can I ask who you are, please?
I'm your daughter and her husband.
Okay, I'll just check for you.
And a son.
Hi. Hello. Hey, well done. You've been brilliant.
Look at them. You do really well. Really well. You know?
Hazel and her family have to wait 2 weeks before pathology results will tell them if she is cancer-free. It's 8 weeks since Anne-Marie's operation.
Anne-Marie, please. Hello. How are you? In you come. How are you getting on?
Been eating a small amount of food.
Okay.
And I've been eating fish and fried rice and curry.
but she's still having the occasional problem.
It's just where the joint heals, it sometimes just narrows a little bit. And it should, with a couple of stretches, be more normal, so you can eat more normal food. I don't think you'll be in hospital, you know, every 6 weeks like before the operation. Yeah. Okay, I don't think that'll happen. So Anne-Marie's going to need to work with our dietitian and our specialist nurses to try and optimise the way she eats. Okay, bye-bye now.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping we can work together and try and get her to a stage where she has a pretty normal life. I feel good. In the grand scheme of things, she's had an excellent outcome.
Hazel is still in hospital, recovering from the massive operation to remove her tumour. The pathology reports are now back and will indicate how successful Simon has been at removing the cancer.
Hello.
Good day,
Hi.
sir.
Hazel, afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
Fine, good to see you.
Sitting here, crossing my fingers.
Today's the day.
Okay.
Today's the day, eh?
So we've got the results back, and it's really good news. So the first thing is that we've got the whole tumour out.
Right.
Okay, so it is all removed. But one of the things I explained to you before was we look at the margins all the way around, and the margins look clear all the way around. That's just great, and that's absolutely as good as we could hope for. So I'm delighted for you.
I mean, 12 months ago we was up the creek with a paddle, weren't we? Basically.
Yeah, you've been looked after very well in the meantime, haven't you? Yeah.
It's always great to be able to tell people that it's good news and that we've done as well as we possibly could and probably better than we'd hoped.
Well, mate, we've done it, haven't we?
Yeah, you've done it. All right, you look after yourself. Yeah, and I'll see you soon.
Always feel a little bit caught up in the emotion of it because you can't not be, really.
Well done. All right, yeah, give me a hug. You've done great, Hazel. You've done great.
Thank you
All right.
very much.
All right.
One of the most important things that I've learned is not to take away hope. There is always something that you can do to improve their quality of life in some way. Sometimes improve the length of their life as well.
I'm feeling over the moon at the moment. Over the moon. Couldn't wish for anything better.
At the end of the day, I mean, they've just given her a life back, eh?
Oh, they have. They have.
I'm going again.
I'm down. Come on, you softy. Kiss, kiss.